A very good morning to all of you. Myself, Professor Dhaval Chandarana, and we are on the last lecture of unit number 4, known as Programming Management Console and a Storage on AWS. Guys, we will discuss a last lecture of this particular unit. Before I will start today's lecture, as previously we will discuss some of the things, I will just revise the name. EC2, in this particular EC2, we will discuss two different concepts, HDD and SDD. Whatever data we will store on a localized concept, we will store on HDD form. Whatever data we want to access from anywhere from the internet or through the web services, we will store our data, or we can say move our data to HDD to SDD. And it is the structures which is provided by the EC2. In a second concept, we will discuss a simple storage services S3 which is provided by the Amazon, and we want to store up to the 5 terabytes data on this particular instance. So it is the things which we are discussing on the previous lecture, and for the reference of previous lecture, today we will discuss one of the two concepts which we are discussing on the previous concept S3. We will discuss, I just remind you that in this particular S3 architectures, we will find a Glaciers as well as two different services, SOP and REST for the simple interface in this S3 architectures. So guys, today we will start with the Amazon S3 applications programming interface. In this particular API, they have provided two different options, the REST interface and a SOP interface. And the second points, we will discuss the Glaciers, which will be help to access a data which is stored in a S3 point. So guys, we will start with the today's lecture is Amazon S3 applications programming interface. In short, Amazon S3 API. The Amazon S3 architecture is designed to be programming language natural, using their supported interface to store and retrieval object. So first thing, whenever we discuss API, as we know that API is just used to storing and retrieving a data on a cross platform services. Like આપણે એક જ કોઈ વેબ સર્વિસીસ બનાવીએ છીએ અને એ વેબ સર્વિસીસનો આપણે ડિફરન્ટ પ્લેટફોર્મમાં યુઝ કરવાનો હોય, એટ ધેટ ટાઈમ આપણે એપીઆઈની રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ હશે. Amazon S3 provide a REST and SOP interface. They have the two different concepts through which they can generate the simple interface. They are the similar, but there are the some differences. What was the differences? For example, in the REST interface, metadata is written in HTTP header because we only support the HTTP request of up to the 4 KB, not including the body. The amount of metadata you can supply in a restricted. So જ્યારે આપણે particular REST interface નો use કરીને Amazon S3 services access કરીએ, અથવા તો Amazon S3 REST API નો use કરીને કોઈ services provide કરે છે, તો એની એક લિમિટેશન્સ છે, because HTTP ની એક લિમિટેશન્સ છે કે જેમાં તમે maximum 4 KB ડેટા ટ્રાન્સમિટ કરી શકો છો through the URL. So what is the REST interface? First we discuss. The REST API is an HTTP interface to Amazon S3, which we are known that using the REST, you use a standard HTTP request to create, fetch and delete the buckets and the object, but the limitation is up to the 4 KB. You can use any toolkit that support the HTTP to use the REST API. Like જેટલી પણ લેંગ્વેજ સપોર્ટ્સ કરે છે એ બધી લેંગ્વેજની અલગ અલગ કીટ હશે, અને એ બધી જ કીટની અંદર તમે REST API ઇઝીલી ઇન્ટરફેસ કરી શકો છો. લાઈક તમે એન્ડ્રોઈડની અંદર પણ યુઝ કરી શકો છો, PHPની અંદર પણ યુઝ કરી શકો છો, જાવાની અંદર પણ યુઝ કરી શકો, .NET. All the things which should be create the interface, you can easily integrate your language with a REST interface. You can even use a browser to fetch object as long as they are the anonymous readability. Means જ્યાં સુધી એ particular browsers active છે ત્યાં સુધી તમે એમાંથી ઓબ્જેક્ટને ફેચ પણ કરાવી શકો છો. જો બ્રાઉઝર ટર્મિનેટ થઈ જાય છે તો ક્લોઝ થઈ જાય છે, પછી તેને ઓબ્જેક્ટ તમે ફેચ નહીં કરાવી શકો. The REST API use the standard HTTP known as Hypertext Transfer Protocol headers and the status code so that the standard browsers and the toolkit work as expected. Like I will just give you the simple example. Whenever you access some of the page from the browser through the HTTP protocol, if you found a 404 code, it mentions that page not found. So it is the standard code which should be expected from all the standard browser, and the rest also work with standard code. So it should be very easy to use as well as very easy to understand whenever we implemented REST interface with our integrated language. In some area, they have added functionalities to HTTP. For example, we added headers to support the access control. So it should be easy to differentiate a data as well as a request code. What is the SOAP interface? The SOAP supports over the HTTP decrypted, but it is still available over the HTTPS. So SOAP supports HTTP deprecated, means they have some standard security structures which should be help to access a HTTP data with help of HTTPS. New Amazon S3 features will not be supported for the SOAP, so the updated features will be not available in particular interface. The SOAP API provide a SOAP 1.11 interface using the documented literals encoding. It should be a standard version through which we can access or integrate a particular kit with a particular language. The most common way to use SOAP is to download the WSDL and the SOAP toolkit such as Apache Access or the Microsoft.NET to create binding and then write a code that use a binding to call Amazon S3. So guys, it is the standard formations through which we can integrate our particular web services with help of SOAP interface. Now we will discuss what is Amazon Glaciers. I will just remind you that whenever we discuss software services as well as simple storage services S3, they have mentions S3 on the right hand side on the architecture of S3, and then later on the besides of that they'll just mention the glaciers. So what is glaciers? We will see in this particular lecture. The architectures of glaciers or the diagram which should be defined by the Amazon Glaciers. Glaciers is nothing but the interface through which we can access and retrieve our informations, or we can say store and retrieve our informations with help of different platform. Like on the right hand side mentioned the RESTful web services, Java or .NET SDKs, Amazon S3 with the lifecycle policies. સો ગાઈઝ ગ્લેશિયર્સ એક એવું પ્લેટફોર્મ છે જેના થ્રુ તમે કોઈ પણ લેંગ્વેજને ઇન્ટિગ્રેટ કરીને તમે એમેઝોનની S3 સર્વિસીસ યુઝ કરી શકો છો. સો ઇટ ઇઝ વન ઓફ ધ પાર્ટ થ્રુ વિચ વી કેન સ્ટોરિંગ ઓર ડાઉનલોડિંગ અવર ડેટા વિથ હેલ્પ ઓફ Amazon Glaciers. Amazon Glaciers is the extremely low-cost storage services that provide a secure, durable and the flexible storage for the data backup and the archival. Means S3ની અંદર જે પણ તમે ડેટા સ્ટોર કરો છો એનો બધો જ ડેટા તમે ગ્લેશિયર્સની અંદરથી પણ એક્સ્ટ્રીમ લેવલે અથવા તો સાવ લો કોસ્ટમાં ડેટા સ્ટોર કરાવી શકો છો. બટ they have some limitations. Like with the Amazon Glaciers, customer can readily store their data for as the literal 0.004 per gigabyte per month. Guys, એટલું કોસ્ટિંગ ઓછું છે કે તમે પર ગીગાબાઇટ એટલે કે 1 GB એક મંથ માટેની પ્રાઇસ છે $0.004. So you can see that how it should be extremely low cost, and it should be priced for per month, not per day. Amazon Glaciers enable a customers to offload the administrative burdens of operating and scaling storage of AWS, so that they don't have to worry about a capacity planning. hardware provisionings, data replications, hardware failures detections and the repair, or the time consuming hardware migrations. So everything should be on form of extremely low cost with help of Amazon Glaciers. Amazon Glaciers enable any business or the organizations to easily and the cost effectively retains data for month, year or decades because they have provide the pricing according to the months. So it should be stored up to the lifetime data. Whenever we want to access or storing a particular data, they provide extremely higher speeds with a lower rate. With the Amazon Glaciers, customer can now cost effectively retains more than of their data for the further analysis or the references, and they can focus on their business rather than operating and maintaining their storage infrastructures. So જ્યારે કોઈ બિઝનેસ ન્યૂ ઇસ્ટાબ્લિશ કરવામાં આવે છે, સ્ટાર્ટઅપ્સ કરવામાં આવે છે, જો બિઝનેસનો ફોકસ ઓપરેટિંગ સિસ્ટમ એના મેન્ટેનન્સમાં, હ્યુમન બીન્સ મેન્ટેનન્સમાં અથવા તો હાર્ડવેર મેન્ટેનન્સની અંદર જો ફોકસ કરશે તો એ બિઝનેસને ગ્રોથ નહીં કરી શકે. તો એ જેટલા પણ નવા સ્ટાર્ટઅપ છે એનું કોસ્ટ ઓછું આવે એના માટે એ શું કરે છે, ગ્લેશિયર્સ સર્વિસીસ યુઝ કરે છે જેમાં બધું જ મેન્ટેનન્સ એમેઝોનનું હોય છે. they just use those services whenever they want a data or whenever they want to store a data, they just directly click and activate the particular services with any of the system. So the maintenance code should be a zero and not waste of time for maintaining an operating system as well as on storage infrastructures. Customers seeking compliance storage can deploy a compliance controls using the wall locked to meet a regulatory and a compliance archive requirement. So જે નવી નવી રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ્સ કંપનીની હોય છે, કોઈ માર્કેટિંગ્સની હોય છે અથવા તો કોઈ ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશન્સની હોય છે, એમેઝોન એવરી સર્વિસીસની અંદર એનું રેગ્યુલર ડે ટુ ડે અપડેટ્સ કરે છે as per the customer's requirement as form of storage and deploy the compliances control. Now we will discuss a last thing of unit number 4 is nothing but a benefits of Glacier storage services. So guys, this is the last topic of this particular unit number 4. Retrieval as quick as 1 to 5 minutes. Like the requirement of data storage, it is the faster, as well as when we want to restore our information from this particular storage services, it should be take only 1 to 5 minutes. Second, unmatched durability and the scalability. Guys, whenever we found unmatched durability and scalability within this particular cost, it is one of the best services nowadays. Most comprehensive securities, compliances and capabilities. So whenever we want to store our personal informations, without the doubt a security is a prior concept, but according to the benefit of Glaciers, they provide the most comprehensive security as well as. So within this code it should be not a loss of deal. Then cost is loss. We know that we know how the particular code should be defined for the 1 month for the 1 GB data. Most supported platform with the largest ecosystem. As we know that what was the ecosystem, they provide according to the regions. We want to access a particular data within this particular regions, so we can getting a faster response as is mentioned on the first line. We're getting the response within the 1 to 5 minutes. And the last thing, query in place. So whenever we want to need any kind of support, they always be available for our problem solutions. So guys, it is one of the things which we want to remember, that how the Amazon will be helpful to provide us services within the limited number of cost and provide the larger facility for all the user of the global market. So it's the thing which we are discussing for the storage services known as a Glaciers. Guys, we will discuss so many things for the storage data which is provided by the Amazon. First we will discuss EC2, then a storage services S3, then we will discuss an instance of EC2, and the last one we will discuss the Glaciers. According to the market requirement, according to our business requirement, according to our personal information requirement, we want to select among those services which should be provided by the Amazon as well as we will take all the benefits within the limited number of course. I hope you are enjoying. I hope you are like whatever we'll discuss in this particular lectures. Whatever I will mentions throughout this lecture, I hope you are understand and clear your doubts regarding what we discuss in this lecture. I hope you are enjoying. Thank you so much.